What happened next, I'm sure you can guess, but I can't exactly explain it in detail. 3 weeks later, I was feeling crummy and exhausted all the time. I found out I was pregnant.
Well, do I even need to explain what this video is about? No, I don't. I really don't. No, no, no.
My name is Darlene. I come from a pretty big family, where growing up meant standing outside the bathroom in a line to wait your turn. I was always surrounded by people. Not that I didn't love my family, but it was suffocating at times. The moment I was old enough and had saved enough money to afford my own place, I moved out of my family home to start my own life. But before I go on, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more awesome videos.
No, I don't think I will. After the thumbnail of this video I've seen, I'm not going to subscribe, and I won't hit the like button. You are not getting any of that from me, and I refuse to do it.
Now, I don't regret that decision, not even a little bit, but I grew up surrounded by people. The sudden silence and lack of people was startling and almost unsettling. I found myself lonely for the first time in my life, and I realized I missed the company of someone with me. I was alone in my own home. I was young, and frankly, I was a bit afraid. I figured the best way to counteract this problem without having to find a roommate was to consider adopting a pet.
Oh, I get it. Yep. This is what it's leading up to. She's gonna get a dog, and then I'm not gonna continue. My brain is too dead today. Oh my goodness, do I have to keep watching this?
I knew dogs were great for protecting your home and showing unconditional love, so I decided to adopt a dog. I wound up finding a wonderful border collie at a local shelter, and I knew I just had to have him. Now, my dog is by no means destructive or aggressive, but it's obvious that he had never had any training in his life. He liked to chew my things instead of his toys, he marked the walls of my house by peeing on them, and he just flat out didn't listen to me. I was beyond frustrated until my friend Emily found a solution for me. She told me she had seen an advertisement for a dog trainer the other day and promised to give him a call. The next day, she returned to my home with this tall, sleek man.
Wait, what the shit? Look at his fingers! They look like sausages! Um, uh... Broski, what are his fingers?
Who she introduced as my new dog trainer. The man shook my hand and told me his name was Jacob, and that he was a self-proclaimed dog whisperer. He was pretty cute and quite charismatic, but I was skeptical that anyone could rein in this enthusiastic collie. Turns out, he was borderline magical and proved to be quite the competent trainer. My dog stood no chance disobeying him, and he even brought my dog inside after a couple of weeks and started teaching him how to open doors. I was doubtful that
No, you don't teach your dog to open up doors. I'm not going to teach my dog to open up doors, because I don't want him opening up doors whenever, I'm getting dressed. Yeah, I just put that image in your head. Yeah, you don't want that happening.
this dog could accomplish such a feat, but boy was I surprised. This man could get dogs to open doors, and it was absolutely astonishing to see him work. I often found myself observing him while he worked, watching his stiff and precise hand movements.
Well, she ain't wrong, but stiff and precise hand movements.
And listening to the strictness in his voice. I don't think I ever stood a chance not falling for this guy. He was definitely easy on the eyes, and he could go from sweet and charismatic to firm and dominant in less than a second. I had a serious crush on this guy by this point. To retrieve items, and I bent over to pick up the item right in front of him. I really cut the subtlety out of my behavior and just tried to make it super obvious for him.
Do I even have to comment on this?
I was like the dog now, jumping through hoops trying to gain a little positive attention from this man. I wasn't sure if it was the clothes, the subtle flirting, or a combination of the two, but I was able to get him to open up a bit more and talk to me. In the middle of his speech, I wound up just leaning up to kiss him, seeing the passion in his eyes and reading the situation for what I thought it was. He paused mid-sentence and grabbed me by my shoulders, gently pushing me away. I could
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. He pretty lit, you know? He's hip like the kids, you know what I'm saying? He's hip like the kids nowadays. He knows not to kiss you. He's sausage finger man. He can do anything that he wants, 'cause he has them sausage fingers.
see by his expression he was a bit surprised, if not frightened. He looked away and asked if he was done for the day so he could leave. Then he excused himself. I felt like an idiot for misreading the situation, and I wound up just sitting with my dog and spilling my woes to him the rest of the night.
Wait, is this the part where her dog gets her pregnant?
I was surprised he showed up again the next day, but I was also glad that he did. I sat him down and decided to apologize and talk through my thought process with him. He took it in stride and started talking about himself as well, and I figured an awkward friendship was at least a good consolation prize. Then he suddenly leaned down and kissed me, and my brain just kind of short-circuited and stopped
My brain is doing the exact same thing too, because I have to watch this animation channel.
processing. I was pleasantly surprised, as I was sure I had destroyed any chance of a relationship after my mistake the day before. My front door opened again, and Emily walked through the door as she normally did when Jacob was training my dog. She saw us kissing and nearly exploded at the sight. I managed to pull myself together and call Jacob, requesting that he not come back over. He seemed surprised and asked me why, in which I explained I knew about his and Emily's relationship. He scoffed and assured me she was just lying about it, and I felt a little hopeful. He came back after I told him Emily was gone, and suggested that he take me to dinner to make up for the whole mess.
A match made in heaven. Both have sausage fingers. Now I understand why they're supposed to be together.
Of course, I agreed, and went to change my clothes in my room to something a bit nicer. While I was undressing, though, my dog decided to show his trainer how good he had gotten at his little tricks. So when I closed my door and started changing, my dog opened up the door for him, half nude and looking like a deer in headlights. Jacob was staring right back at me, looking just as surprised as I was. A few moments of awkward silence passed between us before Jacob just entered my room without a word. What happened next, I'm sure you can guess, but I can't exactly explain it in detail. 3 weeks later, I was feeling crummy and exhausted all the time. I found out I was pregnant and knew I had to tell Jacob.
Well, I guess that's how the dog got her pregnant. Very, very weird, you know? And I'm glad this is over. But if you like this content, I will be posting more of it, so please subscribe and like the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.